If you're blind and think doing favors is just about being nice, you've already lost the game. In the cutthroat world of power, favors aren't acts of kindness, they're currency for influence, weapons to control and conquer. Niccolò Machiavelli, the genius of strategy, revealed a piercing truth. Those who master favors don't ask for permission, they shape destinies. Picture this: the co-worker who owes you a favor, the partner who relies on your generosity, the rival who lowers their guard out of gratitude. They're pawns on your chessboard if you play it right. The question is, will you keep handing out favors without a plan, or will you learn to turn them into power? Ladies and gentlemen, today we're unveiling 5 Machiavelli tactics that show how to make favors the key to dominating any game. Life is an arena where every move is calculated and every debt is a chain. Doing favors without strategy is handing over your power on a silver platter. Machiavelli taught us, men are driven by 2 things, fear and self-interest. A well-placed favor is a lure. It hooks the recipient, creates invisible bonds and gives you control. It's not about being charitable, it's about being cunning. Without this strategy, you're just a servant, used and discarded. With it, you're the puppet master, pulling the strings of those who owe you. Today we'll explore 5 Machiavelli tactics that turn favors into absolute power. These aren't just ideas, they're a roadmap to rewriting the rules of power. Tactic 1. The unexpected favor. The first tactic is to offer an unexpected favor. Machiavelli wrote, "Men are won over by benefits they don't anticipate. A surprise favor disarms, creates instant gratitude, and puts you in the driver's seat." In history, Cesare Borgia used this with precision. He helped betrayed allies or weakened enemies, earning loyalty without asking for anything up front. The impact: when he needed them, they obeyed. Or think of Cleopatra, who sent gifts to rivals in Rome, only to have them eating out of her hand later. Today, the unexpected favor is a lethal weapon. In a world where everyone expects betrayal, a calculated act of help makes you stand out. The overwhelmed co-worker you bail out, the client you surprise with a bonus, they owe you, even if they don't say it. Think of Oprah Winfrey, who built an empire by giving unexpected opportunities, creating a network of grateful allies. Or Jay-Z, who mentors young artists, gaining influence behind the scenes. In practice, spot an opportunity. At work, help someone in a bind without them asking. A report, an idea. On social media, surprise a follower with valuable advice. In your personal life, offer support to someone who doesn't expect it. The secret? Don't cash in right away. Let the debt grow. Machiavelli warns, the favor must feel genuine or it loses its edge. Ask yourself, who can I surprise with a favor? How can it pay off later? This is your first tactic. If you're ready to turn favors into power, hit that subscribe button now and join us to master Machiavelli's strategies. Tactic 2. The silent debt. The second tactic is to create a silent debt. Machiavelli said, "Men are more loyal to those who bind them without their noticing." A favor should make the recipient feel the debt without feeling the pressure. In history, Catherine the Great was a master at this. She offered positions or protection to nobles without mentioning the cost, but everyone knew they owed her obedience. The result? An empire under her thumb. Or think of Benjamin Franklin, who asked small favors from rivals, making them feel obligated to repay. In today's world, a silent debt is pure gold. The co-worker you help quietly, the friend you support without fanfare, they carry an invisible weight. Think of Jeff Bezos, who invests in startups without demanding immediate control but gains future influence. Or Kanye West, who forms strategic partnerships, creating ties he cashes in when it suits him. The key is subtlety. The favor should feel natural, but the recipient should sense the obligation. How do you do it? At work, offer help without making a fuss. Solve a problem and let them realize it later. On social media, give a low-key shout-out to someone. They'll feel indebted. In your personal life, support without expecting thanks. Keep a mental tally of who owes you and plan when to collect. Machiavelli cautions, never make the other person feel manipulated or the debt turns to resentment. Ask yourself, where can I plant a silent debt? Who can I tie to me without them knowing? This is your second tactic. Tactic 3. The public favor. The third tactic is the public favor. Machiavelli wrote, "Men are swayed by the opinions of others." A favor given in front of an audience amplifies your power. It showcases generosity, creates social pressure, and makes the recipient owe you more. In history, Alexander the Great used this brilliantly. He rewarded soldiers in front of armies, securing loyalty and respect from all. Or think of John D. Rockefeller, who donated publicly to charities, earning devotion and influence. Today, the public favor is tailor-made for social media. A shout-out in a post, a favor highlighted in a meeting, everyone sees it, and the recipient is bound by public gratitude. Think of Ellen DeGeneres, who gives gifts on her show, building a generous image while tying allies to her. Or Mark Cuban, who publicly supports entrepreneurs on Shark Tank, gaining loyalty and clout. The trick. The favor must be visible but seem selfless. In practice, act where others can see. At work, praise a colleague in a team meeting but with purpose. On social media, tag someone with public support or gratitude. In your personal life, help someone in front of others, like at a gathering. The recipient will feel the pressure. To repay. Machiavelli warns, a public favor must feel authentic or it's just cheap PR. Ask yourself, where can I do a favor everyone will see? How does that boost my power? This is your third tactic. If these tactics are lighting a fire in you, subscribe to the channel for more strategies to take control. Tactic 4. The scarce favor. The fourth tactic is the scarce favor. Machiavelli said, "What is rare is more valued." A favor given sparingly carries more weight. It makes others value you and chase you. In history, Cleopatra used this with Rome, offering support only when it mattered most, making her favors coveted. Or think of Machiavelli himself, who advised princes to be selective, so every gesture felt like an event. Today, scarcity is power. The boss who rarely helps, the creator who picks and chooses who to support, their favors are treasures. Think of Warren Buffett, who invests in a select few, making every choice a privilege. Or Rihanna, who collaborates sparingly, elevating her value. Scarcity creates desire, and desire creates control. In practice, be choosy. At work, help only in critical moments. Don't be the go-to fixer. On social media, offer support to a select few, like a rare comment on a post. In your personal life, give favors to those who truly earn them. Make others value your time. Machiavelli cautions, frequent favors become obligations, not power. Ask yourself, where am I being too generous? How can I make my favors rare? This is your fourth tactic. Tactic 5. The invisible collection. The fifth tactic is the invisible collection. Machiavelli wrote, "A prince must know when to ask without seeming to demand." True power lies in collecting on favors without looking manipulative, making the other person want to repay you. In history, Joan of Arc inspired loyalty with her cause, and her allies felt honored to pay with support. Or think of Franklin Roosevelt, who used favors to build alliances, collecting with subtle requests that felt natural. Today, the invisible collection is an art. The co-worker who owes you shouldn't feel cornered, but eager to help. Think of Beyoncé, who supports artists and later invites them for collaborations that seem mutual. Or LeBron James, who does favors behind the scenes and collects loyalty in key moments. The collection should be a gentle nudge, not a threat. In practice, plan your collection. At work, casually mention the favor when asking for something. "Since I helped you out last time, maybe you could..." On social media, request a favor in a collaborative tone, like a retweet for past support. In your personal life, suggest repayment lightly. Machiavelli warns, the collection must feel like an opportunity, not a debt. Ask yourself, who owes me? How can I collect without seeming to demand? This is your fifth tactic, the cost of strategic favors. Before we show you how to use these tactics, let's talk about the cost, because power never comes free. Turning. Favors into power lifts you up but leaves you exposed. Some will call you manipulative. Others suspicious will pull away. The world loves pure generosity, and those who play strategically face judgment. Machiavelli knew this. Exiled, accused of immorality, he wrote The Prince in the Shadows. Even icons like Oprah face criticism for their calculated favors. Machiavelli wrote, "Men harm those they love before those they fear." Manipulating favors breeds envy and betrayal. You'll be labeled cold, calculating, even disloyal. That's the price of sovereignty. The generous are used. The strategic are free. How do you handle it? Choose allies who get the game, people who respect your cunning, not those who demand selflessness. Trust your purpose, because playing with favors takes guts. And stay discreet. The less they know, the less they can attack you. Ask yourself, what risks am I willing to take? How can I shield myself from the backlash? How to wield favors, the path to power. How do you turn favors into power? Here's a practical plan for the 5 tactics. For the unexpected favor, surprise someone today. At work, solve a problem before they ask. On social media, offer valuable advice to a follower. In your personal life, help without expecting anything, but note who owes you. For the silent debt, plant. So a subtle obligation. At work, help without making a big deal and let them feel the debt. On social media, give quiet support that sparks gratitude. In your personal life, support without demanding thanks. For the public favor, act where everyone sees. At work, praise someone in a team meeting. On social media, tag someone with visible support. In your personal life, do a favor in public. To lock in their gratitude. For the scarce favor, be selective. At work, help only in pivotal moments. On social media, choose carefully who to back. In your personal life, value your time and effort. For the invisible collection, collect with finesse. At work, mention the favor lightly when asking for help, like a casual suggestion. On social media, pitch support as a partnership. In your personal life, frame repayment as an opportunity. Machiavelli gave us the final advice. A prince should be feared and loved, but if he cannot be both, let him be feared. In the 21st century, this means turning favors into power. Stop being the nice guy, stop giving without a plan, stop being the pawn who serves, become the master, the strategist who uses every favor to build an empire. Yes, it's lonely. The powerful walk alone, trusted by few, understood by fewer. But that loneliness is your strength. It's what makes you untouchable, unshakable, unbeatable. If you want to master the game of power, subscribe now and never miss a strategy lesson. The long game, favors as a way of life. Let's step back. Turning favors into power isn't a tactic, it's a lifestyle. The world will try to paint you as selfless, force you to give without gain, box you in as generous. Your mission is to resist, calculate, evolve. Think of the greats, Franklin Roosevelt, who used favors to shape global alliances. Frida Kahlo, who supported artists selectively, building a loyal network. Or Sun Tzu, every battle is won before it is fought. Strategic favors are your battle won, to endure, grow, reign. This lifestyle demands discipline. Train yourself to see every favor as a move, not a gift. Keep a journal, track who owes you, what you gave, and how you can collect. Study your environment. Who exploits your generosity? Who could be an ally? Embrace the ruthlessness. Playing with favors is like dancing with snakes. With practice, it becomes your essence, your edge, your throne. To sustain it, build an inner fortress. Dedicate time to know yourself. Meditate, write, reflect on your goals. Surround yourself with players as sharp as you, not naive do-gooders expecting kindness. And reinvent yourself. When they think they've got you figured out, shift. Beyoncé does this with every era, LeBron James with every season. Ask yourself, how can I be more strategic this month? What new favor can I leverage? Backlash keeps you sharp. Strategy keeps you eternal. Keeping the power, the master's strategy. Let's go further. Turning favors into power isn't just about gaining it, it's about keeping it. Machiavelli teaches that a prince must stay vigilant, as mismanaged favors breed betrayal. How do you avoid this? First, balance generosity with firmness. If you're a leader, help but demand results. If you're a creator, support but expect impact. Second, anticipate ingratitude. Study your allies who might turn on you. Surprise them with an unexpected favor or a subtle collection. Third, control the narrative. Favors spark rumors. Use social media, conversations, actions to seem generous, not manipulative. In history, Cleopatra held power by mixing favors with punishments, keeping allies in line. Today, think of Elon Musk, criticized for his coldness, but respected for investing in those who deliver. Or Kevin Hart, who uses public gestures to build a loyal following while staying strategic. You can do the same. Post about your acts, not your motives. Show strength, not victimhood. In practice, craft a long-term plan. This week, identify someone who owes you. Study their moves. What do they expect from you? Plan a favor or collection to realign them. Write your narrative. What image do you want to project? Post, speak, act to reinforce it. Favors are your stage. Use it to shine. Reflect one last time. Who benefits from your blind generosity? What systems, work, friendships, society trap you in the illusion of being good? And what would happen if you broke free, became the master no one can control? Picture it, you sovereign, pulling the strings, shaping your destiny. That's the power Machiavelli saw, the power you can claim, the mirror of truth. We've reached the end, but the truth looms like a shadow. In the game of power, being generous is surrender. Turning favors into power is sovereignty. Machiavelli's 5 tactics, unexpected, silent, public, scarce, invisible, are your weapons, but they come at a cost. You'll be judged, feared, isolated, but in that fear lies your power. The world will try to make you the nice guy, shrink you, disarm you, but you're not a pawn. You're the puppet master, the one who shapes fate.